police.
There was a friend of mine on murder. The judge's gavel fell. Jury found him guilty. Gave him 16 years in hell.
This is the Ducati Hypermotard. We're gonna take this out for a spin today. Let's go. Spend a couple of minutes just acclimatizing myself to the bike. Get a feel of the handling. Feel of the handling, and then we'll go. It's got a very tight turning circle, as I've noticed. First thing I do is I get on these bikes, get a feel of the handling. Kind of just do some quick short runs here, right? Wow, it's got some kick. Very light handling bike. That's how you get a feel of the speed riding. Kind of see how it handles like. Okay, I think I got a feel of the handling. Alright, I just got to get my bag adjusted here, and then we'll go. My bag is not securely tight, so let me get that sorted out. It's a very good looking bike. This is the Hypermotard. This is not the S version, just the regular version. It's kind of like a dirt bike for the road. Alright, let's go. Let's get a feel of it. Sit up nice and tall on this. Okay. I'm going to spend a couple of minutes getting used to the bike, and then we'll talk about it. Man, it's got some pickup. Primarily because of the light weight of the bike. It's a 939 square engine, and it's lightweight, right? So that's why it picks up really good. You're sitting up very tall here, nice and tall. Damn, you can wheelie this thing. I could feel that front wheel almost come off. You gotta be careful. So the first thing I notice is how agile it is. I rode the KTM Duke last week. It almost feels just as agile as that. Pretty amazing. Definitely got some great pickup. Great pickup. This engine is extremely so kind of like a dirt bike for the road, right? But the front wheel is definitely not as big as a typical dirt bike. Get used to the bike. Man, pickup. What a great handling bike. Just spent a couple of minutes on it, I realized how good of a handler this is. brakes are just very good. Great brakes. It's got Brembo brakes, so I can feel the brakes really biting well. Engine sounds great. Almost on top of the tank, right? Sitting almost on top of the tank. But the engine sounds great. I'm pretty relaxed on it. Great handler. The bike just seems to be handling great. Just flicks really easily. Third gear, I think. It doesn't have a gear indicator, this one. So I think I'm in third gear, second gear now. Man, the shifting is so smooth on this. The gearboxes, man, I thought Suzuki made great gearboxes in terms of shifting, but Ducati gearboxes are just absolutely amazing. I've noticed that on the Super Sports and the Multistrada, and even on this, shifting is so smooth. And the clutch pull is so easy, effortless shifting. Doing 57 miles an hour. I'm in beautiful Bay Area. I'm in the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area. Kind of heading into the area here, heading into Lafayette. Oh, what a great handler, man. So all you California watchers from the Bay Area, click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel, guys. Support your local motor vlogger here. Braking is good, shifting is amazing. It feels like a very small, light bike. Feels like a very small bike. Great pickup. Man, 59 miles. Let's see how it handles the freeway. Well, I'm not on the freeway right now, so let's try to get up to some freeway speeds. See how comfortable it is. Different riding experience for sure. I like the fact that kind of the hands are, your arms are low, kind of a sports bike, but the handlebars are nice and wide, right? So on my V-Strom, I know like kind of my hands are really up in the air, and I don't like that. I think this is really good. It's kind of parallel to the more lower, and you're leaning slightly forward, sitting pretty much on the tank, man. It's a fun bike to ride, just feels very fun, and the handling is just spectacular. Definitely kind of feel the wind against you, but there's not really much buffeting happening here. Maybe when I get onto freeway speeds we'll get a sense of it. So we're in the city of Lafayette. Beautiful city of Lafayette. It's in the East Bay, so all you East Bay dudes, all the folks living in Lafayette, Orinda, Walnut Creek, and generally the San Francisco Bay Area, support click on that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. So 63 miles an hour. Bike. With its handling is pretty good. enjoying it. Definitely, it's more cramped in the cockpit here than the Super Sports S. I rode the Super Sports. Check out that that review, but it's definitely more tighter and more kind of the cockpit here is more cramped than my my Ninja, and I expected that. Yeah, man, I'm going 86 miles and 90 miles an hour here, and it's pretty comfortable. There's not much wind buffeting in the cockpit, which is surprising. You know, 80 miles an hour, this whatever the thing is in that front is doing a good job, and this even doesn't even have a fly screen. It's doing a good job of kind of keeping the wind away from my head, which is very surprising. There you go. So they did a good job with the aerodynamics of this in terms of wind deflection off, you know, people's head. It's quite impressive. Oh man, it's a lot of fun. Look at this, 80 miles an hour, and I'm feeling there's not much wind buffeting. It's very comfortable. Even at 80 miles an hour, it's very comfortable in the cockpit. I'm extremely surprised with that. This is great. I think this would be great for the freeway, man. It's pretty amazing. Sounds great. Hear that sound? Engine sound is just absolutely great. Dash is pretty straightforward dash. It's not a very complicated dash, kind of old school. I like the dashboard of the Super Sports much better. This one is very kind of, it's the small writing. It's hard to kind of read. But other than that, it's this is a totally different experience. The seat is pretty narrow now that I've been sitting on it for a while. I think it's starting to get a little uncomfortable because it is a slightly narrow seat. My legs aren't as cramped. A little tight. I think it'll be difficult to ride on this for a long period of time. This would be a great bike for the city, like if you're living in San Francisco downtown. This would be a great bike, downtown urban riding. because it's so flickable and so easy to ride. And I'm just pleasantly surprised at how good of a job it did with the wind buffeting. So that's pretty cool. What I'll try to do is I'll try to take one exit on the freeway, right, and we'll get on the freeway, do one, see how it rides on the freeway, just a little bit of a stint there, and then get that perspective as well. But handling wise, lane splitting, look at this lane splitting action. It's very comfortable, very easy to lane split. Great sounding engine, these V-twins engines. See, that's the thing about V-twins, right? Ducati, Harley, they know that V-twins are probably the best configurations, one of the best configurations for engines. That's why Harley sticks to V-twins. That's why Ducati's stuck to these L-twins. That's why I love V-twins. I think they have so much character compared to inline fours and other parallel twins. I really am a huge fan of V-twins. That's why I like the Ducatis so much. I mean, I'm enjoying these Ducati bikes just as much as I enjoy the Harleys. I mean, I enjoy the Harleys because of the V-twin character, the engines. It's amazing, and that's why these Harleys, these Ducatis are kind of, they've got a similar V-twin character. Okay, let's see if I can get up here. I think these handlebars can fit through there because they're pretty wide. How this behaves on the freeway. I think it'll be just fine. There's plenty of power. I just went 70 miles an hour and I'm feeling absolutely no wind, which is amazing. 75 miles an hour, I'm feeling absolutely no wind buffeting. Whatever they've done, the aerodynamics on this are just spectacular, where they've kind of fixed it. It'll feel a little bit of air on the head, but it's comfortable. It's not any worse than my V-Strom or my ZX-10R, which do have bodywork and wind protection, right? So, which is extremely surprising. Look at that, 80 miles an hour. Oh, plenty of this is a freeway machine. You can definitely ride the freeways on this comfortably. Extremely surprising. And you're sitting up nice and tall, good visibility of the road and traffic. This is great for the freeways, man. Absolutely great. 80 miles an hour. Extremely comfortable. You could tour, man, on this for sure. You can definitely tour the freeways on this. Touring machine. Big time touring machine, man. Definitely. Put the bags on this, you can definitely go some cross-country touring on this. That's amazing. Because I spend 90% of my time on freeways, right? So I know. So this is definitely pretty comfortable. This 76 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, just fine. Absolutely fine. Not a problem at all, no problem. Absolutely no problems at all. What a great handling bike. So I'm glad I did that freeway test. Freeway again. engine, man. This Tesla Auto 2 engine is just absolutely great. The mirrors aren't very effective. I mean, they're wide. Maybe I need to, but they're so small. Maybe I'm spoiled with my V-Strom because the mirrors on my V-Strom are so big. But the mirrors are okay. Nothing spectacular. And power on the freeway is just amazing. One of the best handling bikes I've ever ridden, this one. And I like the way it leans into the corners. Yeah, definitely. I think the dash could be upgraded. It's kind of the old school dash. The ad dash needs to be updated. But other than that, I mean, the look of this bike is just great. The handling is great. It's relatively comfortable. A little tight, but it's comfortable. And the engine is amazing. Pickup is phenomenal. It's a fun bike. Definitely one of the best handling bikes I've ever ridden, this one. Back into Earth. So this is kind of the terrain will do really well, like urban terrain. Perfect, very good bike for San Francisco downtown. So it's 4th of July weekend here in the Bay Area, so I thought I'd do a vlog on the 4th of July, and this is the 4th of July vlog for 2017. So happy 4th of July to all you, everyone, to my fellow Americans, and it's going to be a great long weekend. I'm going to be heading out with the family. We're going to go after this vlog is done, I'm going to be taking the family out to, we're going to go grab some lunch, and there's got us police. So we're going to go grab some lunch. We're going to probably go to BJ Brew House here in California. It's a West Coast thing right now. I think they've opened up locations in Texas as well. BJ Brew House, that's a lot of fun. Take my family there. See, look at this, man. What an amazing handler. Alright, here we go. So my conclusion on this bike is I think it's a great bike. It's a great looking bike. It just looks fantastic. It rides absolutely great. Definitely a bike very California and San Francisco friendly. I would say this is very San Francisco friendly, like a city friendly. Freeway wise, yes, you could definitely cruise on it. So my overall conclusion on this bike is I like it. Now I'm comparing this to the Super Sports, right? So it's a toss up between whether I'd want to get this or the Super Sports. But this is a great bike on its own right. Definitely a different feel. It looks great. I like it. I think I would highly recommend this bike. It just looks absolutely great. I enjoyed this test ride. I hope you guys enjoyed it too.